their choice of side, and they're probably going to start off on CT.
Yeah, and the player to watch, obviously, for eLevate is Roka. He's just a big-time player. Just loves getting loves getting into aim battles, loves getting into like those one-on-one medium to long-range battles. Very, very good in that situation. And also, Desi, I mentioned it. He's kind of their loner. He's kind of their X factor. There are times where he's a bit likes to take he makes 50-50 calls in how he likes to play. So there are times where he'll push up and get this massive flank that'll end up winning the round. He'll get 2 or 3 good-looking flank kills, and then the next time that he tries to do it, he gets punished for it. Puts him in a tough situation. But I mean, it's just kind of he likes to gamble a lot, and it turns into some exciting stuff.
All right, guys, well, we're getting to it. mouseSpaz versus eLevate, another best of one here this evening on Overpass. eLevate's going to start off on the T side, mouseSpaz on CT. Let's take a look once again at what eLevate is going to be able to pull off here on their T side. Roka playing a very forward position right now, just outside of the canals, waiting to see if anyone from mouseSpaz gets aggressive. Don't think it's going to be happening, though. mouseSpaz playing very preservatively right now. Had a couple guys pushed up into the bathrooms, but they've actually moved them back. It's going to be Zek and Fruit this time around. Meanwhile, very, very slow play as well, coming out from the guys over here on eLevate at the moment. XP3 looking to try and maybe work through the lower tunnels to get either through Connector or into Squeaky, but again, still waiting for the rest of his teammates to get in a position so they can make a very quick move with this as well.
Yeah, and Storm's the only player on eLevate with any kind of utility. He's got a smoke and 2 flashes. They have left the bomb back towards Terrace spawn at the moment, so someone's going to have to come back and get that. And it looks like they almost want to make a little bit of a fake over towards A. Let's see where this smoke goes that Storm's about to throw. And that's going to head over towards the B bomb. So that's going to block him off. But the bomb's working its way towards A. They're going to send Roka in to kind of make some kind of distraction.
And Roka pushing in right now, still keeping it super, super quiet. Only 30 seconds left, but Imsta puts a stop to that before it even becomes a problem there. Instant headshot from him, but here comes the rest of eLevate now. There's so little time left, but as you rush their laser focus on Nepali, takes him down. Rest are trying to come in, but Fruit sneaking up behind these guys now through the connector. Zek is also able to take out Desi now. The eLevate roster has been completely decimated, all up to XP3 now, and he's completely off the site with only 10 seconds left. No bomb for him at all. Beautiful defense there by mouseSpaz, and they're going to start off this pistol round in their favor.
Yeah, great, fantastic defense from them, and that's the start they needed. That's what we said. At such a disadvantage, you need to get a good start, and just slaughtering the eLevate opponents coming down those stairs. So nicely done by them.
Yeah, it seemed like eLevate just took a little bit too long to make things happen there. We were trying to look for possibly some picks at the earlier portions of that round, but again, just could not find anything. But as we get started with the second round here, eLevate actually is going to pick up a couple guys with Tech 9 armor here, so a little bit of force coming out from these guys once again. They are going to try and push things out, but we'll see what they're able to work with that one, as they'll try to work this against mouseSpaz now.
Yeah, and Zek's going to be the one in bathrooms at the moment. He's got to be careful. They swing across those Tech 9s. He takes a shot. Doesn't do any damage, but falls back. He does have a teammate pushing the stairs, but no one in the A bomb site behind him, so he's very alone on this defense, and a nice bait and switch from him, and Fruit gets him 2 kills. He's got to pull out the pistol, gets a good dink, but he's down to 3 HP himself. Oh, he gets Desi. Nice play by Zek.
Nicely done there as well. Polly also is going to take down Roka. Rush, however, holding things off, takes out Polly, trying to hold this angle against Imsta, but it's not going to work out at all there. And we see Imsta taking him out. mouseSpaz now up to 2-0 as they eliminate eLevate's attempt to rush in here.
That was almost scary with how they were positioned there, but like I said, Zek and Fruit, a nice bait and switch setup that they did. Allows them to manage it. If Zek had fallen there very early to one of those Tech 9s, that pretty much would have given him the bomb site. There was no one covering it in him, so pretty scary. But now they upgrade some rifles, clean that attack off, and it is going to be Fruit and Zek once again playing in that situation. Very, both of them pushed up towards the fountain, jumping into playground. So got a couple players coming over towards long.
And Fruit here as well, just playing through this little bit of an angle that he does have through the smoke at the moment. Won't be able to find anything with it though, and with some pressure coming in and up towards Party, he is going to decide to jump into this corner. Should have a shot on Rush in a second, and in fact, there you go, takes him out just like that. Also gets a headshot onto XP3 to take him down. Unfortunately, he does not leave much here for the eLevate roster to use. Roka goes down, there goes Desi, Polly performing well. All up to Storm now, but in a 1 versus 5, he's got nothing to work with. Polly cleans things up with a kill on a Storm, and mouseSpaz now up to 3-0.
Yeah, and this is where the test starts come in. How are they going to handle the aggression from players like Roka and from players like Rush? And are they going to be able to hold off those early entry frags that eLevate's so good at getting and get themselves into a good position for the mid-round?
And it looks like again here now with mouseSpaz. One of their players actually still rolling with the FAMAS. Two of their players actually still rolling with FAMASs at the moment, so they're going to stick with those light guns, just trying to preserve as much money as possible, to be completely honest. I think again that they are a little bit worried about things falling behind here, so I think they want to try to save money and things start to go badly now that we're into these rifle rounds here. We're still going to see here too that Zek along with Fruit are playing that kind of combo here, with Zek hiding out in lower park and also keeping Fruit down below too. Imps is actually going to start off the round in mouseSpaz's favor as he gets a headshot kill onto Roka. Big kill for those guys, eliminating a very crucial member of the team. Storm in just a second might pop out against Fruit here, but Fruit's actually going to be the one to push up. This could get a little bit crazy, and again, not checking that corner there. Storm's just going to take him right down, and we do have an even trade to start us off.
Yeah, Storm, just such a patient player, just waiting that whole time for the push, and he gets that kill, gets the equalizer. Now look at this rotation for the counter-terrorist. 3 over towards the A bomb set. They had a good read for a moment, but eLevate switches things up. Fall back. They have a minute left on the clock, and they could reposition themselves. But Pauly has pushed all the way up from B through T spawn, so he's got a huge flank coming, but they've switched spots. They've gone over to B.
And you're still going to see Desi camping out here too, just outside of a main entry, so keeping that in mind, if anyone from mouseSpaz tries to creep in here from trying to work an angle to get behind those guys, they're just not going to find it. And Desi here too, with the moving around. I think someone scouted him out there, but as you see, Zach actually takes him down. Meanwhile, on the site though, eLevate, Rush, and Storm able to take out Imsta and Demise, brings it down to a 3 versus 2, but look how low both Rush and Storm are. Both of them combined only have 15 HP right now, and there goes Rush just like that. Now down to a 2 versus 2, 1 versus 2 here. XP3 tries to hold, but it's not going to happen, and mouseSpaz clean things up, and will take yet another round for themselves.
Yeah, Pauly with a very awkward round going in for that big flank towards A, and once they take B, he's got to come all the way back, so he does end up getting a very effective flank. 2 kills on it.
Nice amount of damage done to the guys on mouseSpaz, however, but thankfully due to those kind of heavier saves that we saw earlier with them choosing not to upgrade their FAMASs to M4s, they're actually still going to be in pretty good positions to buy this next round, whereas eLevate, of course, actually eLevate's just going to go right for it here. Going to go very, very light. Not a lot of nades at all for these guys. Still full head armor and AKs on that. You've only got to combine about 5 grenades and only 2 smokes overall.
Yeah, they're a team that doesn't really worry about that so much. They feel very confident as long as they're able to get those AK-47s, so they do set up kind of in towards this default with one in the sewers, one over towards B, and 3 cup towards the fountain and playground area.
See here too, Desi trying to find a way in, does get that spot off on the Zek, but unfortunately was off angle at the time he spotted him, so not going to be able to connect any shots for that. Zek, however, I think also noticed Desi, so he's going to hold back, will not take a chance on peeking towards him. Rush will move up with these guys in just a second too, but again, mouseSpaz starts off this round in their favor. Fruit's going to be able to take out XP3. Zek will also take out Desi, and Fruit will score another frag onto Rush. Rush was only able to take out Zek that time around, so the roster here from mouseSpaz, or from eLevate, just getting absolutely destroyed here. However, Storm not giving up just yet. He's able to take out Pauly. Now it's down to a 3 versus 2. Imsta, though, beautiful pop out there, takes out Storm. And again, now all up to Roka to try and bring this round back for eLevate.
Yeah, and this is just the story of, how efficient you can take that bathroom area, and the answer so far for eLevate has been not efficient whatsoever. So, losing too many players for the kills that they get, and now it just puts them into this scary situation. Demise holding a good angle behind the truck. I believe he spotted Roka coming up, and Roka's not sure where he's getting shot from. He goes down, but Zek and Fruit playing very, very well. A nice crossfire. It's weird because it looks like they're playing so individual, and as soon as one spots one, they're just so quick to rotate back. Fruit wins an initial one-on-one with XP3, but then combines with his teammate to take down 2 more. So it ends up being a 3-for-1 trade just to get control of those bathrooms. And that's not good enough for eLevate.
And eLevate's going to hold back now a little bit, not going to go for any crazy buys because, well, they really can't. And now we'll see, again, Tech9's no armor, though, and 2 Deagles as well, getting brought up by Roka and Desi. So we'll see if they can work anything with that. A couple flashes and another smoke. So very minimal utility, just trying to go for those heavy pistols and see if they can make anything work with that. Again, though, mouseSpaz, they're still keeping that basically dynamic duo, Zek and Fruit. Zek, however, is going to fall back because I think they got a little bit of intel as to what may have been going on. He's just going to hang out on A site for now. They're not going to do anything crazy just to rotate down to B, just as if yet as, again, there hasn't actually been a push. And this will be good in just a second here too. That boost comes out. Pauly's able to take 2 players with that Rush and Storm both fall. Imsta's also able to take out XP3 as he pushes through. Roka as well down to 20 HP, and Desi's the only one left alive at a high enough HP to make anything happen at this point.
Yeah, and this is just a slaughter right now at the moment. So eLevate down 0-6. They've got to make something start to happen pretty soon here. Zach's even picked up that AWP, so that's going to be even more effective to hold that bathroom control. And you look at the scores of eLevate, and this is something you don't see often out of a team that's so frag heavy. One onto Roka, XP3, and Desi. They're just not getting the kills at the moment, and Desi and Roka are 2 of their huge fraggers, so they've kind of got to wake up and start getting into this match.
The interesting thing, too, is the fact that, again, these have been really healthy rounds for mouseSpaz. They haven't been losing a lot of players. So far, the worst round for mouseSpaz was when they had 2 players left alive on that defuse situation when they had to work their way back down to B. But beyond that, it's been pretty one-sided in the favor of mouseSpaz, as they've just been cleaning up the eLevate roster in all their attempts to aggress.
Yeah, switching up the lean this time, though, is eLevate, who's actually, they're sending more players over towards B instead of towards A. And there's going to be a little bit of a gun battle with Fruit once again. He takes the damage this time, and he's forced to fall back. But meanwhile, XP3 gets opening pick on a short.
Good start, of course, here for the guys on eLevate. And once again, though, trying to see what the rest of the roster will be doing. Imps smokes off just for safety. Goes for a bit of blind spray, connects some damage, but the same thing goes right back onto him. But now, however, we do see Molly's coming out. It is going to force anyone that would have been toxic off of that. Not really going to be happening, though. Imsta in a very awkward position as he loses his teammate XP3. There is another one hiding out down there, though, and Imsta is actually going to make some stuff happen. 2-for-2 trade-off there as we finally see these guys get onto the site. But at the end of the day, it's still not going to favor mouseSpaz. Zek, last one alive. He's got an up. That's going to be pretty crazy if he tries to go for this peak, considering it's 1v3. But we'll see what he can work with this one. Looking for the shot, can't really find it. Finds one kill, but immediately stopped by Desi as he's playing that very forward angle. Cleans up the rest of the guys on mouseSpaz, and finally, eLevate are able to take a round here.
Yeah, and they salvaged up for XP3, so kind of want to emphasize, see what they can do with their own sniper rifle. That forces Zek to rebuy, so all of a sudden that economy you talked about for him is kind of beaten up a little bit with that up buy. Zek only down to $200. Rest of his team faring a little bit better. But a good opening round for eLevate, and can they string them together? Roka's still only at 1 kill for his squad.
And now we'll see as well, just to see what eLevate's choosing to do. They're going for heavy A again, which, again, you talked about this last round, too. This previously wasn't going so well for them. However, Rush with that headshot through the smoke takes out Fruit for the start. Usually, Fruit's the good performer here, and usually he gets those opening frags, so that's a good turnaround now for the guys on eLevate, starting to piece it together and in their attempts to basically turn this game back around for themselves. The rest of mouseSpaz, of course, hanging back, not going to be playing aggressively at all. They do have, I think, this boost, or they're trying to set up this boost again. See where their 5th player is. Yeah, they're just hanging out towards the site on B at the moment, so they're trying to make something work, but overall, eLevate also a bit staggered at the moment, and you're going to see that effect coming into play. Zek finds a headshot onto Desi towards Upper Park as Zek himself is hanging out on the A site, and reducing it down to a 4 versus 4, and it's once again evened out here.
Yeah, and this looks like it's going to be a hit over towards the B bomb site, so they're going back to that instead of working towards A. That's where they had their success last round.
They're changing it up, though. As you'll see, they're going to work their way up through the connector right now, and now they're in Lower Park. It's going to be up to Zek to defend that, but XP3 with the collateral headshot takes out Zek. Roka as well cleans up Imsta and Polly just like that, making it happen. All down to Demise. Demise can't even retreat towards the A site. He gets barbecued, and there you have it, guys. eLevate now getting themselves back on the train here as they'll take a 2nd round in a row.
Yeah, very, very good round there for eLevate. Pick up their 2nd one, and that's going to force the eco, so they beat up the economy enough, despite how healthy some of those victories were for mouseSpaz, and they just end up crushing it.
Yeah, definitely, and again, as we talked about earlier with mouseSpaz using this one, they do not have the economy to continue buying, so they're going to be down to their pistols, as of course it's not cheap to be a CT, and this is going to start to hurt them now if they're not able to take any rounds back against eLevate here. eLevate, though, again, now with their confidence, 5 men rushing in towards Park at the moment here, already rushing XP3, able to find some frags. Zek returns, but just like that, the roster's been cut down to just 1 man, all up to Imsta right now, jumping outside of the connector, but immediately stopped by Roka as eLevate takes a very, very quick round.
Yeah, that was really nice. That could have been very scary if they weren't prepared for that kind of a push. All 5 players from mouseSpaz in that area. Only one kind of really hanging back to try and clean things up, and not enough damage was done for him. So it is back to a full buy. And last gun round, Rush actually, I was waiting for one of them to punish it, but Zek and Fruit, despite how good they've been playing in the sewers and the stairs area, there are rounds where Fruit falls down those stairs and he's very, very much alone. So it's kind of a one-on-one battle, and Rush finally beats him in it. They catch him out all alone, and that gave him the advantage that they needed.
Fruit as well as Polly now will be playing over here. Polly playing a lot more aggressively this time. Tries to find Desi, but thankfully he's able to sneak inside of Party. Won't last for too long, though, as Fruit takes him out nice and quick. Once again, mouseSpaz has started off in the league, and so far, when this has happened, they have followed up most rounds here when they got the first frag, so not too good of a start here from eLevate. We'll have to see if they're able to swing it back again into their favor. Demise going to jump through. Think he should have been able to spot at least one of those guys from eLevate. Doesn't know if the bomb is there technically just as of yet, and they're also going to keep, as you'll see here too, 1 player, Fruit, is still going to hang on an Upper Park, but beyond that, the play, at least for now, will definitely be happening at B, but they still also have an open avenue to rush in through connector and try to work their way up to the Park as well.
Yeah, Polly, though, playing very, very well at that corner, drops Storm. He also did a great job to open the round of funneling Desi over towards his teammate Fruit. Now they come back up these stairs. They got to be careful. Fruit's still in the bathroom. They haven't cleared it out. It doesn't look like they're going to. He's just going to be able to sit and lurk this.
Oh my
Roka
God.
doesn't check it. He gets sprayed down from behind. Now it's just XP3, but they switch spots. XP3 does find him. Fruit can't look the right way. And now it's all onto this A-Take. Smoking off Bank. Zek's still in the bomb site. And he gets a great off headshot on the rush. All up to XP3 here.
Rest of mouseSpaz as well. They're going to close in on XP in just a second. Poly creeping up from behind, but it's not even going to be muted. eLevate Rush, however, was able to take out Zek again with another molly kill in the meantime, so they are going to bring down that upper, but Imston was able to pick up the gun itself, and they're not going to lose that heading into the 11th round here.
Yeah, and plenty of money on the eLevate side, so now they do... It is going to be... They still haven't worked out a way to consistently and effectively clean out bathrooms. They're losing so many players to Fruit over there. In that round, mouseSpaz actually mixed things up very well. Poly pushed long and just kind of pushed Essie into the crosshairs, so that was well done. But again, they're going back towards A, and Zek and Fruit might get crowd out. Fruit is really stuck up close. Desi, even though he's blind, he sprays out Zek, and now Fruit's forced down the stairs. He gets into a battle. He takes out one, but Storm trades him off. So a 4-on-3 advantage here for eLevate. That's going to give Roka over towards B room to work with once the smoke clears.
Poly hanging out behind the truck right now, getting ready for what is going to probably be a very quick play here from eLevate. Oh, but he drops himself up. Good shots there by Poly. A little bit shaky, but thankfully was still able to clean things up. Was not expecting it, although Poly does hit himself with a grenade there. Rest of the team's coming in now, but at the same time, XP3 picking up the op there, takes down Demise, down to a 2 versus 2 at this point. The guys on eLevate are a little bit scattered, but keep in mind, too, Roka is creeping up behind these guys right now, coming up the steps of the back of A right now. We'll have a beautiful angle on Imsta. Imsta turns around, but gets caught with a grenade out. There you go, 2 versus 1, all up to Poly to hold, but it's not going to happen as Roka with 2 AK headshots in a row takes down Poly, and just like that, eLevate take that round.
Yeah, Roka is such an absolute beast that round, and he really saves the day. I actually thought eLevate played that a little bit too quickly. They had Roka pushing into B. They had over a minute on the timer. They forced the issue with that A bomb site, even though Roka could have helped them clear it out or just called out that B was open to him if they wanted to fall back, but in the end, his fantastic aim saves the day with 2 great headshots.
And now we'll see once again here is going to be the guys on mouseSpaz on a very big save. Fruit tries to go for an aggressive peek, but gets punished for that as he gets hit very heavily by these grenades at the moment. Roka looking to take out Demise, connects the headshot, takes him down. Poly's going to sneak on him in just a second, but immediately follows that up with another frag. Zek, as well as Imsta, however, were able to take out XP3 and Roka. Quick to clean that up as he takes down Zek, though. Down to a 2 versus 3. Storm gets that spot off onto Imsta. Imsta gets shot in the back there, gets taken down, and unfortunately all up to Fruit now with only a USP. Probably going to be looking at another round for eLevate here in just a second.
Yeah, Desi actually should be staying at long, though. He's not guarding the guns at all, so Fruit's going to push up, and he'll be able to grab an op if he finds it on the ground there. And he does. He picks it up, and now all he has to do is save it, so that's a gun they could have easily guarded, but either way, they're going to win the round. They're going to push it up to 5, so, you know, losing the first 6, but they've really come alive here in the last 5.
I think even Fruit is a little bit curious as to why that was such an easy pickup. He's kind of checking all his corners like, okay, where the heck is everyone?
Thanks, guys.
I'm going to check all my corners just to be safe in case you guys are trolling me right now. But here comes Desi coming up. Unfortunately, not going to be able to make much happen. Caught with a reload there, so Fruit gets a nice easy pick. Eliminates one more of the AKs from the roster on eLevate. Rush as well as Stormer on their way over towards him, but I don't think they have enough time to get in his field of view here or have a chance to take him out. Probably be looking at Fruit saving that up and taking it into the next round and forcing at least one more player on eLevate to rebuy.
Yeah, and it's, you know, Fruit can only do that push down those stairs so many more times. He's done it so often, and at this point, I think eLevate's kind of caught onto it, and it's going to be something they look to punish, and they're ready for it every round. So he's got to find some way to get back to another setup with his teammate, and it looks like the answer to them is Poly pushing up long again and maybe trying to push, you know, much like he did the round before where he funneled the player over towards the middle for his teammates, but actually eLevate switches things up completely. They don't go towards A at all, and that's going to give Poly, you know, he plays very much like Desi. He sees nothing, and this is going to be a very quick flank from him.
And as you'll see there, Roka taking out Imsta to start this round off. Good for eLevate once again. Demise quick to return, but again, Desi also finishes off Demise as he makes his way in towards the B side. Zek, however, with an op shot takes out XP3 and immediately follows up with another one on Desi here. Rush is just going to come into the side, go for the plan on safe right now. Storm also able to take down Poly, down to a 2 versus 2. Zek still has that op, but he's in a very obvious position. And with both of the guys on eLevate on the site right now, it's going to be rough. However, Fruit not giving up just yet. He's able to take down Rush. They force Storm off the site, but Storm responds with his own headshot on a Fruit here. 1 versus 1. Zek only has that op right now, stuck inside of a molly, has to push on a Storm here, sitting in the smoke right now. He's just gonna go right for it, and he gets the no-scope on a Storm, takes him down, just has to wait for this molly to fail. Oh my god, he almost killed himself there with the molly, but thankfully he's gonna save himself. and I think he does have enough time to defuse this bomb and give the round to mouseSpaz. Oh, no!
Nope.
Oh, just gonna miss
unreal.
it! Oh, that's so terrible! 7-6.
That
Oh my
Molotov
goodness.
fails him out so much. Holy cow.
And that Molotov almost killed him, too. Brought him to 3 HP. If he was in that thing for like a millisecond longer, he would have died.
Yeah, smart play from Storm. I mean, that's crazy because that was like Storm played that so well. He dies anyways, and he almost just flat out lost the round. But what a nutty no scope to hit. That Molotov just burns him a little too much at the end.
Yeah, and unfortunately had to back away. It's costing him just that little bit of a split second that he needed more to defuse that one. There you have it. eLevate still able to take that round, and now only one more from tying it up. Zach Caliber going for this crazy peek directly into the hands of eLevate. Already 3 kills from those guys. Polly, however, is going to be able to find a headshot kill over here on the Desi to take him down, forcing eLevate back just a little bit here. Rush as well, as you are going to see, popping right back up as Polly is trying to pick up a rifle here, but out in the open, the last player alive, eLevate. That's another easy round for them, tying it up to 7-7 now, as we are getting close to the end of our first half.
Yeah, so eLevate makes an adjustment kind of in the mid-round. They go down 6-0, and then they make that adjustment, and now they're up. Now it's 7-7. So fantastic job by them to kind of recognize what they needed to do to win, and they've been exploiting it now. So last chance here for mouseSpaz to take the advantage into the second half.
I mean, overall, though, not a bad half here from mouseSpaz at all. Started it off really well. It caused eLevate to sit really far behind here for the longest time, and only just now have eLevate brought it back. So we're going to see now what happens in this last round. Rush, again, there gets caught out by Polly's Rush, so Rush gets rushed there, taken down. The players on mouseSpaz. Imsta is also able to find a headshot frag to take out XP3. Roka returns the favor, though, back over onto Imsta, down to a 3 versus 4. Currently in the favor of mouseSpaz. mouseSpaz is a little bit, eLevate is a little bit fractured at the moment, so it might be hard for them. Roka, however, ties up the advantage. We're now down to 3 versus 3 with players all over the map right now.
Yeah, there's just been an insane amount of aggression out of mouseSpaz players here. Just everyone being aggro and everyone trying to find one-on-one fights. And fortunately, they've come out on top of them there at the end, finally breaking the trades. So it is just down to these last 2. But Polly pushing up long, one player pushing up B, and just continuous aggression out of him. And now Zek's in a great position to flank top of these stairs, so he's going to push out and he's going to try and clear these bathrooms out, and no one's going to be expecting this. Roka's not, or Desi, excuse me, is not even looking. Actually, he just does turn around. He has that 6th sense. He finds it. He sprays him down. Desi turned around at the right time. Down to a 2-on-2. Demise is the only person playing behind truck and A bomb site.
And there's a huge rotation that needs to come out from Polly right now. As you can see, he's wrapping through the end of tunnels right now, upper tunnels, so he's still got a long way to go here. If eLevate, though, holding back, they do not want to aggress this so heavily. It's only Demise right now, and as you'll see here, Demise trying to hold off, does take down Desi, down to 14 HP as he gets dinged, and now has to try and take out Storm, but here comes Polly wrapping behind. There is a smoke in his way, but he knows exactly where Storm is, and in fact, he's going to back up right into his vision pane, taking him down there. Nicely done by Polly. Goes for the big risky rotate, but it ends up working out, and now with plenty of time to defuse the bomb this time around, mouseSpaz will take the advantage here in the first half. 8-7 will be our final score, and they're now going to switch sides, heading into the second half with mouseSpaz taking on the T side and eLevate on the CT side.
Yeah, Polly ran about 10 miles that round. He pushed up all the way long at A, over gets a kill up towards Playground, falls back, goes all the way back to CT spawn, pushes up all the way in B, and does a huge flank again around through Terrace spawn. That's just insanity. So he got a good workout in there, but it works out it works for him in the end.
This is, again here, this is absolutely crazy. mouseSpaz has to be absolutely pumped right now, as I don't think they were expecting to do this close of a match. They've got an opportunity. If they can take a pistol round, they might just have a chance to pull ahead of eLevate here.
Yeah, if they can, I mean, eLevate can't let them get off to another hot start again. That's the big thing. But eLevate loves being aggressive on their CT pistol rounds. You can see it, one downstairs, Desi's in the bathrooms, and even XP3 pushing up long.
As you'll see there, though, Fruit, again, starting it off for his team so well here. Headshot off the Desi to take him out. XP3, though, as we were talking about, going to creep up behind, finds a headshot on Imsta. The alarms are sounded, though. They know players are coming up behind him, but they're still rushing onto the site here. Storm as well as Rush. Again, Zek clears it out, but oh my goodness, they're completely bypassing A, and they're just going to head straight down to B, forcing the players on eLevate to go for a huge rotate.
Yeah, this is scary now. This should be an easy win here for mouseSpaz, and that'll be both pistol rounds go their way.
Too. Fruit hit out behind the bank, or underneath the bank there. Now he's going to get a chance to creep up behind Roka and basically eliminate him from the equation. We do see, however, these guys are starting it off not so bad, but here comes Fruit. Fruit, though, doesn't actually make it happen. And eLevate, it's all down to Polly now. Him versus XP3. Thankfully, XP3 over-assumed the safety of that site, and Polly was able to clean it up, but oh my goodness, that had the potential to be so bad there.
Yeah, that actually almost worked out for eLevate, hitting some nice shots there, but You know, that was all of eLevate was aggressive up towards the bathroom on A, and actually it was a great play by their team members. They called out the numbers when Desi down, and it was an immediate rotate from Rush and Storm out of B. But they still weren't prepared for how quick someone got up truck and kind of was able to jump through and take them out. But they still almost pull it into their favor. So a nice round by mouseSpaz and a smart decision just to run through A over towards B. And now it's going to be heavy on this anti-eco over towards this B bomb site. Another buy out of eLevate. Storm's going to be the first one spotted at barrels.
Pauly goes for this big peek here, tosses that molly. That's going to force Storm out of position. Rush as well as Storm already have fallen down here now. mouseSpaz trying to get into the site. Again there, Pauly catching Desi off guard here. Imsta popping through, is able to find another frag over here as he's taken out the remaining members here from eLevate. And just like that, they clean up shop, only losing one player in that round. mouseSpaz now up to 7-10 against eLevate.
Yeah, this is a scary situation for eLevate. Like I said, they can't afford to start out slow like they did last half. So this first gun round is going to be like immense for them. It's so incredibly crucial. You know, winning both pistol rounds and winning you know, all the eco rounds after that is such a boost. I mean, that's 6 rounds for you. So mouseSpaz looking very, very good here again.
Now we'll see here too, eLevate's going to try a very grouped up aggression. It will match the push coming out here from mouseSpaz, but Fruit again, as well as Demise, already able to find 2 frags. Pauly with that spray, takes down Rush and Storm, and just like that, all down to Desi with only a USP, literally only a USP, and again, this should just be another easy round for mouseSpaz.
Yeah, it should, and they haven't lost too much in this round, so it's going to be a lot of money built up behind it. Desi just trying to get anything going for himself, just hiding over here in bank, but yeah, this is going to be, it's going to be interesting to see what eLevate, because like I said, on their CT side, they like to take aggressive map control, and they don't like to wait around. You know, if a team slow plays things and plays very far back and plays very passive, they're generally going to take that opportunity, even on the defensive side, to get aggressive on their own and find that information and trade out some kills and learn a little bit about the thought process of their opponents. So, you know, they're not a very patient team on their CT side. They're going to take something.
Yeah, absolutely, and now we see those buys coming out, not really able to pick up too much, though, even with them playing so preservatively this time around, not even full nades. We'll see head armor coming out from pretty much everybody's Storm. Yeah, Storm's going to pick up just normal armor there, picking up head armor this time around, opts to go for a smoke instead. So we've still got 3 smokes in play here for eLevate, 2 flashes as well.
No kits, though.
Only important, yeah.
No kits whatsoever.
Very important, no kits. And now we'll see again here what mouseSpaz is choosing to do. Splitting up, they've gone for sort of group tactics here previously. Not a big fan of splitting up to this point, but now we'll see two Desi just outside of Squeaky right now. Might be able to find someone if they pop out. Desi's looking away right now, but he sees the door open, turning his vision there. Rush is also able to take out Fruit in the meantime. Beautiful play there from eLevate. Now again, they're going to start this round off in their advantage with only Demise, Zach, and Imsta left alive for mouseSpaz.
Yeah, what a crazy, surprising setup for those door players. Open up, get blasted down, and then immediately fall back and turtle up into the bomb site. And now it's just the 3 remaining mouseSpaz members, and really all they have to do at the moment is go up short through this very tiny choke point.
And eLevate, of course, they're gonna go for this. They're gonna go for this. They're gonna go for the peak right now, but oh, it's not gonna happen there as Imsta is able to find him, takes down Rush. 4 versus 3. Does put it a little bit, just put it into a little bit of a better situation here for mouseSpaz at the moment, but mouseSpaz too very hesitant, not wanting to push into canals just as of yet here. Demise will be the one to execute, but oh no, Storm can make it happen. Demise takes him down with that Galil. They're into the site right now, no one defending. They do have one person up for the sniper. Another one's going to jump in a pit, but immediately taken down there by Zek. Bomb's going down and safe right now. Imsta takes out XP3, and just like that, the defense from eLevate has been absolutely shattered, and it's all up to Roka up on top of Sniper right now.
Yeah, that was incredibly ugly. After the great teamwork to get those first 2 opening kills, mouseSpaz is able to find 2 one-on-ones to enter into that bomb site. 3 really, if you include that boost. So just losing far too much players. That's the thing with eLevate. I said they like to get aggressive, and sometimes it's at their own detriment. But losing a 3-on-5 there because they wanted to peek, they wanted to find the information instead of just letting Mouse come to them, and they get punished for it. And that puts them in a very dangerous spot here of getting upset.
And mouseSpaz as well, getting very, very close to bringing themselves into that upset here. Starting off this week not too well, but again here, only now 4 rounds away for being able to close out against eLevate, one of the most high-tier teams in North America at the moment. And this would be an absolutely huge victory for them if they're still able to pull things off, and they're getting very close to being able to do so. Big group play from them once again, getting ready to push into the B site right now. Imps is going to keep his eyes on construction in the event that anyone decides to rotate through there. Opening frag does go into the favor of mouseSpaz. Demise takes down Storm. They're going to be able to smoke off Sniper here, and not a lot of play will come out. And again, the guns for eLevate, they're pitiful here. P250s and P250s 5.7s and Deagles, they have nothing to work with. No armor at all from these guys. eLevate saving so heavily. Desi's just going to get free killed there, and just like that, once again, mouseSpaz takes yet another round, only losing one player, which would have been Zek.
Yeah, and speaking of Zek, player that I wanted to highlight for mouseSpaz, who's going to have to play phenomenal for them to win. He's at 22-11, playing very, very good. Pauly at 20-12, and the entire eLevate team is getting so incredibly out-fragged, and that's not something you see out of them that
not
often.
at all.
You
Yeah,
see it out of them at the moment, for sure.
Except we've had some really good plays from eLevate here too. I mean, like it hasn't been that they're completely off game. It's just unfortunately they really seem to be kind of inconsistent here this evening and just not able to get that focus that's needed to pull off those plays.
Yeah, they need to string like three or four rounds together here before they let mouseSpaz get another one. They need to get themselves back into this match. XP3's got his AWP out. Him and Roka play in this bathrooms pretty effectively at the moment, but they're just going to fall off after they don't see anything for some time.
If they stay there for another second, he might have an opportunity, but you'll see once again here now that XP3 still trying to hold that angle. It's been a while, though. No one's popped up, so he's going to play it safe just in case someone had worked their way into bathrooms through upper park there. He'll pull back onto the A site once again with his other teammate, Roka, and we'll see what they can work from there. Meanwhile, 1-for-1 trade happened just outside of connector there, as we'll see Fruit as well as Pauly going down there. Fruit taking out Pauly, and I believe Desi fell down there too. Rush now, as you'll see, also gets fragged out. And it is currently in the advantage of mouseSpaz. Once again, they lead by 1 meg.
Yeah, and those 2 kills over at B, and this is just eLevate having immense faith in Storm to just play this bomb site solo. And he's been spotted out by Imsta, so this is going to be a nice one-on-one battle, but no rotations coming out at A. Look at this faith they have in him, so they're staying at A. This is the right read to have. XP3 with the AWP, finds a nice headshot onto Fruit. Here comes the execute, gets a second one onto Zek. Nice play from XP3 sitting in spawn, and Roka even chimes in as well. That's the round, that's the bomb down. Only 15 seconds left on the clock. Imsta's got too far to go to salvage this one.
Yep, Imsta just going to take up this shin here in the transition between B and A and see if he can catch anyone trying to hunt him down. Won't be the case, though, as it looks like most of eLevate is just sitting pretty here up on top of A or working their way out. Storm might find if Imsta pushes heavily enough, but I think if Imsta's smart here, he's definitely going to want to try that AK.
Yeah, it's his only real play. So XP3 with a huge round there, and a great call from eLevate to stay at A, not give up too much on the rotation back to B. And now this is what I said. They got to string them together. They can't afford to lose this one and have their economy just be shattered.
Absolutely. Now, as we see the pickups from these guys too, eLevate, as we saw, pretty much full buys. XP3 a little bit shy. They're still to pick up head armor in his opto, and that's what's important. Picks up a smoke for himself there too, but beyond that, everybody on the roster picking up their full buys. mouseSpaz, pretty much the same story. However, as again, they've been in an absolutely dominating position so far, so they're not in a bad economical. But this big peek here from XP3, able to find Zek there. Nice early frag for those guys. It's a risk throwing that smoke down. Pauly returns the favor, and just like that, we're down to 4 versus 4.
Pauly actually sprays through that smoke. A little bit of a guess that someone was there, but Roka was there. They just didn't connect. He grabs one, but gets flanked out from behind. So 2-for-2 trade. And actually, Rush finally gives him the advantage. The nice headshot onto Pauly, who got very, very aggressive.
Desi, along with Rush, both hiding out here on the A side. They're going to keep Storm again here. He's been that consistent B side player, and he's been doing a fantastic job of doing it up to this point. So they're going to keep him down. They trust him. As for mouseSpaz, still trying to decide what they want to do. They've tossed smokes to go for a fake towards A, but they're actually going to rotate down towards B, which puts it all into Storm. Oh, Storm might have gotten bait. He's still keeping his eyes on the entryway over here from construction, though. But again, not looking to go for one last peek, and it's just in time here, too. But again, caught with a grenade out. We're going to see Demise getting that frag. The big rotate has to come out here from eLevate so quickly. Might go for the molly on the main entryway, and indeed that's going to be the case. Rush currently up in sniper right now, trying to see if he can connect any shots. Imsa was ready to go for a smoke, but decides not to risk it. They're falling completely out of the site. This is a really huge fallback from the guys on mouseSpaz, and it looks like eLevate are going to have to go on a bit of a crazy chase to try and find these players. They'll smoke off the entryway through construction, though, and now again we're already going to see an attempt to defuse. It's going on, though. They almost kill him, but they haven't connected it yet. Rush guarding his teammate, and they get the defusal. eLevate, beautiful play from those guys, and we will see, even though mouseSpaz cleans up roster, eLevate to still take that round.
Yeah, what a good play from eLevate. Smoke it off, and mouseSpaz, try to sync up together, not expecting them to have a smoke left that late in the round, but The Fuse comes in very well, Rush covering his teammate efficiently. Or actually, Rush was the one that stuck it. Whoever's teammate was covered him very effectively. One player tried to just jump through the smoke.
That was a huge leap of faith there, too. Just like, all right, I'm going to go for this. It's all on you,
yeah.
dude, basically.
And, you know, it's not often you see Storm make a mistake like that, getting caught out with a grenade, so... It was a good plan for mouseSpaz, though. It allows him to buy up this round. Look at Demise. He still has 11,000. Paulie's going to get dropped by Roka, who's on the stairs. So good play from him.
Roka, though, quick to fall back here, going for the quick peeks, trying to see if he can find anything. Might have another opportunity in just a second as Demise is looking like he might want to jump out towards Party here. Roka falls back down, though, again. Keep his eyes on the lower tons, try to see if anybody from mouseSpaz is trying to work that angle. Not going to be happening, though. Danger close is going to be happening over here, though, as Fruit as well as XP3 are going to find each other. Fruit swaps that grenade, and as well, XP3 is able to find another one, and the Insta Roka also takes down Demise, and just like that, eLevate, they've got themselves back into this. And as you've seen, it's only Zek left. Zek's going to try to do what damage he can, but it's not looking good for him, to say the least.
Yeah, no, he gets absolutely shut down. So there's eLevate starting that aggressive play, and now their shots are landing, and now they're going to start playing with some confidence. mouseSpaz isn't forced onto an eco quite yet. Demise can drop so many weapons, so they're going to have another buy here. But eLevate looking very, very strong recently, picking up 3 in a row. And this is much like the first half. In the first half, mouseSpaz won the first 6, and eLevate kind of came roaring back to bring it to 7 to 8. And now mouseSpaz here wins the first 5, and eLevate's on a little bit of a run as well.
Thankfully, eLevate here waking up just in time as mouseSpaz still very, very close to closing it out. But again, a very impressive comeback after 5 consecutive rounds to start on T side here. Finally, eLevate bringing it back, taking 3 of their own, and now only 3 behind, making the comeback actually happen. And Roka's going to start it off well for eLevate once again, able to find not 1 but 2 frags here. Beautiful headshot to take down Zek, and now leaving it down to Instapoly and Fruit to close out the round in a 3 versus 5.
Oh, what a huge play from Roka. Oh, XP3 gets caught out with the nade, so again, they get punished trying to throw any kind of utility. Does a little bit of damage, but Roka's still playing this aggressively, still having confidence, and he's actually going to keep getting aggressive. He's going to push up, and he might catch him off guard. He catches 1, he sprays down a second one. That's 4 for Roka. Can he find the ace? He hears the footsteps. Paulie's right behind him. He doesn't hear him. He doesn't turn around in time, but it's a 1-on-3. The damage has been done. Roka with a monster round there. But the crucial thing for mouseSpaz is with the money, with the bank that they built up in those 5 rounds, they're buying right now as the losing bonus builds up. So no matter what, they're not going to have to save really at all.
Yeah, absolutely. And Paulie again coming through. Last player, Desi in that bit of a hardest spot corner there, so he cleans him up. Now eLevate once again continue to make this comeback happen for themselves. 11-13, only 2 more rounds behind mouseSpaz. And as we said here too, mouseSpaz, even though they have seemingly an unlimited amount of money to work with, just not able to make these rounds happen after eLevate was able to get themselves kickstarted.
Yeah, and not even doing it with the AWP right now, because the XP3 is still dying, so he's not able to pick that one up. He goes for a Colt again, and that just says that they want to continue to have this kind of aggression. They want to keep putting this pressure on, and right now it's going to be, it looks like a very aggressive, fast B hit from mouseSpaz.
Desi creeping around now, smoked off, so can't spot anyone just as of yet, but he's ready to rush inside of the site in the event. Now we see mouseSpaz going for it, though. mouseSpaz, they're going to take a risk, actually, on this one, peeking through right now. Desi's ready for him as we take a look here. Beautiful spray from Desi. Only catches 1, however, though. Demise quick to put an end to his spree. Storm, however, has this molly ready to go. Is going to stop them from making the rain. Rush as well, playing that very forward position. Takes out Paulie, and we do see as well, they're insta quick to return, but Storm again does manage to take another kill with him. Takes out Zek. Demise eliminates Rush. To takes out XP3 up, and Sniper down to a 2 versus 1. All up to Roka. Demise is so low right now. The Molotov has expired, but Roka now sitting behind the sandbags. So patient. The bomb is down. He's got to hold this position right now. Not sure if mouseSpaz know where he is, but there you go. Finds the headshot of Demise. We'll see. He gets that second frag, and eLevate continue the trend. Now just 1 more round behind mouseSpaz.
And Roka's really spearheaded this comeback. We talked about, you know, low kills in the first half. They just weren't finding him. Now he's sitting up at 24-19. He's been an absolute beast so far for his team, and all the shots for eLevate are connecting at the moment. And this is going to force mouseSpaz onto a Tech 9. They didn't feel confident enough to buy that round, so they buy some 9s and armors instead, so they can get their full utilities. They can pick up an AWP if they want it next round. But they are in a tough spot.
Indeed, and now Demise pushing through. He's going to lead the charge here for mouseSpaz as they try to work their way into the site. Good shots, though. It does a lot of damage to Roka, but now they're going to jump through here. Demise finishes it off, but XP3 quick to close things out onto Demise. 1-for-1 trade. Rush is getting ready to rush in here as well through Connector. The second mouseSpaz is pushed up enough. Holding that area is going to be Insta, but as you see there too, XP3 does a lot of damage to Zek as once again now, unfortunately, Mouse getting cut down here, brought down to a 3 versus 1. Only Paulie left alive, and it looks like eLevate are going to tie it up, guys.
Yeah, not much left to do here. Clean XP3 out, he might have a chance, but he's getting flanked out as well on top of it, so now he's just kind of done. He does get XP3, 3 HP left on him, and one player in CT spawn to find, making a lot of noise, and Storm's ready for it, takes him out. But good damage done on that eco round, but this late in the half, 13-13, the money on eLevate, that's just not enough to do. So this is going to be that full buy that they saved up that round a little bit for. They're going to have their Molotovs, they're going to have their smokes, and they can pick up an AWP if they want it. But it doesn't look like they choose to. Zach going for the AK-47.
I don't think they want to take such a big financial risk on going for an AWP, considering the way that the past few rounds have been going. I guess they have to assume at this point that they'll be losing, and unfortunately, they don't want to be down at the 14-point mark and not be able to buy again in that case if they pick up an AWP.
Yeah, and eLevate is just... Oh, look at this push down lower. Desi sprays down too, so once again, they're just winning all the early battles in this comeback. Even Fruit getting into the battle, getting dinked down to 6. So incredibly low for XP3. Does manage to take him out in the end, but Roka still comes up the stairs to bail things out. He gets one. He gets a second one with a nice headshot. Great control from him, and Desi gets his third of the round, so Desi and Roka just shutting everything down.
eLevate cleaning up now after definitely a rocky start to this game, but coming back so strong against mouseSpaz, now taking the lead and only 2 more wins away, putting mouseSpaz once again behind. They do have enough to go for this bye here, but beyond that, again, mouseSpaz, they just lost whatever magic they had that was letting them take so many rounds against eLevate, and they have not been able to find it again, as eLevate once again really pulled themselves together here in the later parts of this game and are getting very, very close to taking this match.
Roka once again being aggressive in party. This time he's playing a very similar position, but he hasn't peeked yet. There it is. He swings out. He gets one headshot, but they're ready for it. He's done that peek about 3 times so far in this comeback, and finally they punish him for it, but it's still a 1-for-1 trade.
Polly as well here, getting ready to probably group up with the rest of the teammates in a moment. You'll see as well that both Zach as well as the bomb carrier at the current time, which is going to be Demise, they're getting ready to make their way. At least Zach is going to head into Birthday Party. Looks like they'll probably connect into Lower Park and push A from there, but keep in mind that XP3 also going to be creeping in Up Park right now, too. Could potentially be a threat to these guys, but thankfully Demise will be able to catch these guys out as XP3 is forced back onto the site, and the rest of eLevate here as well. We're going to see both Storm and Rush holding off B for now, limiting the options of mouseSpaz a little bit, but technically as well, leaving it open considering there's only going to be 2 players, apologies, there's only going to be 2 players regardless of which site they go to.
Yeah, and no utility here by these players today. Desi has a nade that he just used, but pretty much it's going to come down to aim. Once again, XP3 goes for a shot, but can't hit it, so now him and Desi are set up in a crossfire. It's going to have to be effective. XP3 swings out, loses that battle to Demise, but Desi grabs one, grabs a second one. Great job by Desi here. Oh, he's even going to get a third. Desi just comes up absolutely huge. Demise is the last one left.
And both Rush and Storm are on their way here into the A site. Pop Flash coming out from Storm right now. He's just going to toss that over onto this. Doesn't really connect too much onto Demise, though. And, caught up with a grenade again, but he doesn't actually take him down. Storm swaps to his main hand weapon, takes out Demise. And again, eLevate bringing it up to 15 points. Absolutely dominating the later half here, and are now only 1 round away from winning this match.
Yeah, Roka really comes alive and sparks this comeback, and Desi there just continues to carry him towards the finish line, now at 15-13, but Desi, how he gets 3 kills there, that's an unbelievable performance from him in that kind of a situation, and mouseSpaz has got to just feel gutted at the moment.
Yeah, definitely. Again, like we said, they started off just so strong. They were absolutely decimating eLevate. Yeah, both halves. They had such a huge start, but it just, again, got tossed away by the wayside, basically, as we headed into the later parts, and I'm not sure what exactly went wrong, but for some reason, it just started to fall apart, and eLevate was able to make a comeback happen on both halves here.
Well, here's the thing. eLevate's not doing anything different in the later stage of this half as they were at the beginning when they lost 5 straight. They've just started hitting their shots. You know, they're running the same setups. They're making similar plays. They're just hitting their shots now.
Yeah. And now we'll see as well what mouseSpaz is going to try to do for their last round here. 2 players lined up to jump outside of Squeaky, trying to see if they can find anything. Desi and Storm clean up Fruit and Demise, though, and their attempt to push in towards B through Canal, not going to be happening. Polly, angry for revenge, tries to take out Desi and succeeds in doing so. They have the bomb back in their control, but the location of their push is so obvious now, and with only 45 seconds left, mouseSpaz need to pull out some magic here if they want to make anything happen. Roka as well, on his way down through Connector, takes a lot of damage, gets the headshot frag on it, insta takes him down. Zach and Polly are the last alive here for mouseSpaz, the last hope from these guys. We're going to see here as well, Pauly does get a headshot on the Storm from Toxic, forces Rush back behind Safe there too, but Rush takes out Zek, but at the same time, Pauly takes out Rush. Pauly in a 1 versus 2 now. It's all up to him, trying to hold out the last hope for mouseSpaz. He's actually going to take the bomb up to A. He's got 20 seconds. I think he's got just enough time to rotate this.
XP3 reads it, though.
Yeah.
XP3 reads it, comes back up the stairs. He was flanking Catwalk, but he smells it from a mile away, so he's going to have his op out, and Pauly might be planning this in the open. Actually, no, he's not. He finds a crack on the right side, but he's going to be stuck with this AWP. XP3 has that. I mean, misses the shot, but they know exactly where Pauly is now. And XP3 does clean it up, and that's going to be the match. And eLevate with some coordinated aggressive peeks. They get the information, like Storm and Desi that round, they have the information that there's 2 spotting far back, and they flash over and they peek together, and they each take one. So just very coordinated peeks in these small groups.